Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to Small Town, USA. Alright, I realized something as I was kind of going around this map. There's nowhere actually to adjust your tractors. At least not apparently. So like, there's a little shop area, what appears to be a shop area over here, but I don't think you can actually change your vehicle here. Actually, let's just try it real quick. So what I'm getting to is I'm going to add a workshop in a second here. So I can change the tractors around, change the tires around and whatnot, instead of going all the way back to the shop every single time. So let's go over here and just see, bring up the information, just to see if I'm able to adjust it over here. Because it's kind of like a, this isn't the right one. There's kind of there's one of these areas that has like an area where you would change your oil and stuff. I think actually you can't have them anymore. It's like a pit for changing oil. They used to have them back in the day, but I believe they're illegal now, at least in Canada / Ontario. Most likely just in Ontario. So we're gonna check this momentarily. I think it's maybe this last bay here. Yes. So this is the one I was talking about right here. So if you look carefully, they have like a little area. I don't know if you can actually drive over this or not. You can drive into it, which isn't exactly what I was trying to do. No, it doesn't really do anything. It just makes your tractor stuck. The wheelbase isn't quite wide enough to do that. Okay. Well, glad that didn't work out well. Anyways. Okay, so let's put a vehicle shop down. Vehicle workshop, which is only 28,000. Now we need to find a good place for it, somewhere it's accessible, because ideally I would have it just in this area somewhere, but alas, there are fences everywhere. I might be able to access it. I might be able to access it still, even though it's on the other side of the fence, but just for my sanity's sake, I think I will put it maybe right here. Now let's rotate this a little bit. Yeah, that's a good place. It's kind of off. It's close to the house. I don't know if this is our house, but it's off the beaten path, and we can drive over here and adjust it. Let's put it more in the middle. There we go. Perfect. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to adjust this tractor a little bit. I really don't like this tractor without the cabin on it. I don't know why, but I'm really not a huge fan of it without the cabin. Or even a canopy or something. I just think it seems really odd. It seems more like a lawnmower than a work tractor. So, and we can also upgrade the engine. We have a little bit of money now too, so this might make this a bit more of a useful tractor. Because right now, originally we bought it for fertilizing, but I think it might be a bit. It seems just doesn't look right. Let's just say that doesn't look right with all that. Alright, and this way you can just kind of drive through and do a big U-turn if you need to. Alright. Is that not close enough? There we go. Customize, yes. So we want, wheels are fine. This can go up to 150 horsepower, so we can do that. And wheel design like that. Attachers. For the time being, that's fine. Front loader attacher, no. Of a cabin canopy. We just want the canopy. Can we do the cabin? Yeah, we can actually. Let's just do that. 150 horsepower, attachers, front loader attachers. Avec masse avant. Avec relevage avant. And this is with the leave it the way it is. And yeah, that's good. There you go. That looks more like a tractor. I just find that without the cabin it looks really bizarre. You can put a front loader on this, and I will eventually. But for the time being, I shall leave it the way it is. And we could actually change it to the normal tires too, for the time being. But yeah, that's what it looks like with the cabin. I think it looks a lot better with the cabin. What do you think? Do you like it better with or without the cabin? And let's just change the tires. Roue de Boss. Roue Gazon. So you can have grass tires on it. That's what that is. I forget what those ones are. Wide tires, and these are just normal. It's going to cost me to get normal tires. There. That's with normal tires. There, now doesn't seem so ridiculous. So we can change it around if we need to. Although it was probably more expensive than it should have been. Let's see what it looks like with that spreader now. Because we do need to do some spreading. This is a 150 horsepower tractor now, so I don't know if it's actually bigger. In reality, I think, because we went from like 100 to 150, so I think in reality it would probably be a lot bigger. So, well, yeah, maybe a bit bigger. Let's see how this looks now. Still looks undersized for that, by a long shot. So, let's grab our 8700 here. And we need to do some planting, because we have a field that's fully fertilized now, which is the field number 1, which is the one that's closest to us. And we need to do some planting. Alright, let's grab this. This is the 9-meter horse seeder. A pretty good size actually to start on this farm. I don't know if, do I have any bigger seeders? I think I might. Eventually we'll upgrade to a bigger seeder. Do I have any modded big ones? Not super big. No. I thought I might have like a big air seeder, but I don't think so. It doesn't appear I do. Alright. Let's fill up. Because we have these 2 pallets here, so we might as well use this to fill up first. And of course, that's not close enough now. There we go. And need some fertilization as well. Which I think we can just drive up here. I think these are for fertilizer. Yes, they are. Good. And what shall we plant? I think we'll plant something oilseed radish? No. Grass? No. That is oats, and this is rye. And those two we can't do anything. We can't. They're on here, but we can't actually plant them. Rye. Let's do rye, because why not? It's springtime, early spring, so we can plant some spring rye. That's what I'm gonna go for at least. And we shall do that. I don't know. I can't remember if there's spring rye or not. I think there is. I know there's spring wheat. So if there's spring wheat, there's probably spring rye. If I had to guess. Alright. 8 meters. This is a 9 meter actually. There we go. Let's unfold. So let's do 8.9 meters, just so there's a tiny bit of overlap. And let's close that. I don't know why that. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but it's kind of annoying because what will happen is you'll fill these seeders up, and then what will happen is the cover will just stay open. I get the feeling like it didn't always do that. All right, so let's see. Is this going to be 1 stage or 2 stage? Let's just. Nope, I want this one here. We want. Take that off because we don't have plowing. So it should be 2 stages. Yeah, it is. So we'll have to fertilize 1 more time when it is fully grown. Because for whatever reason, it didn't trigger twice. I wasn't able to, after I cultivated, I wasn't able to seed again. Or seed again. I wasn't able to fertilize again. For whatever reason. I don't know why. And we can close this. Do a little bit of seeding. We probably could like go all over the farm and fertilize because I harvested field 27 and field 32, and field 34 could probably be fertilized now too. So probably take the other tractor and do that real quick, or at least set it up to do it. Yeah, I don't know. This seeder doesn't look as animated as the Vaderstadt ones for whatever reason. Oh, there's some coulters in there, I think they're called. But I don't know. He's using a lot of seed up too. Wow. No. Oh, he's using fertilizer up too. It didn't look like it for a second there. Alright. End of the field here. Lift that up. make the turn without running into the tree there. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll set up the GPS so that it ends, or stops I should say, at the edge of the field. Lower that down. There we go. I wonder what the wheels are on. The wheels on this are for. I guess they're weight distribution, perhaps, or they are for leveling out the ground. I'm not sure. If you know, leave a comment below with what the purpose of those wheels are. So, like, because it has like all these wheels here and here, that's what I'm referring to. That's curious. Because I think that's the only one that has that too. To the best of my knowledge, at least. It is the only one that has it, so. Alright, so let's grab the 8700 or 7700 here and grab the fertilizer and get this guy fertilizing so that we're not wasting time. It's over there. And we'll fertilize some of those fields that need to be fertilized. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a course that drives from the main farm to the fields that I have, because the number of times I've had to drive over there now is a lot, which is to be expected. Put this over here. There we go. Yeah, quite a few times already, so I figured I might as well record a course, and that way I can kind of let it do its thing. There we go, and can just continue on with whatever else we're doing. All right, where is the best place to start this from? Right in the middle, I suppose. There you go. And basically, this course I'm going to do right now is just like a transfer course, I guess you would really call it. Basically, it's just something. It goes from point A to point B. That's all it's going to do. Just in case I don't want to manually drive something there. And that's one of the funny parts about this is that when you have your field spread out like that, you really want to kind of maximize your time. So while it will take a little bit of time right now to do this, over time it'll be more efficient, because then I can just set this on its way and then go and do something else for a bit. But I wonder how much the fields cost in this game, in this particular map. It's on. I think I have it on easy right now. I just left it on easy just because it would take a long time for hard, just the progress basically. So in the what's the word I'm looking for here? In the aspect of progression, I just left it on easy. And no, it's a bad turn for this. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do. It's funny. In the past, I used to play on hard quite often, but I just found I ended up playing a lot off camera, just to make up extra time, so to speak, and get to a point where I could. We'll do this right here. Could do something, sort of idea. All right. Waypoint. Stop. So we'll call this main farm to 32, I think it is. Talking about memory. Alright, let's get this set up. We want fertilization. This is 24 meters. Field edge is 32. Starting corner, we'll go for northwest. Heading east. How was this set up? That should be fine. Return to first point. Actually, you know what it'll do? We'll do the other way around. We'll southwest corner. Heading east. And return to first point. So that means it's right over here by the road. I guess it really doesn't matter in the end. Alright. First waypoint. let's do its thing. There we go. Excellent. Let's head back to this guy here. In reality, I probably should have had that. Probably should have this guy a hard worker, but c'est la vie. I don't know. In the interestingly enough, there's this. This is the game extension. You can actually turn. You can actually. Where is it? AI extension on. You can actually set the shifts of your workers, and they actually will cost you overtime. And you can have a maximum number of hired workers. All sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, apparently my lift skill's at 10, so I can lift up bales of hay right now. Which is hilarious when you can do that. You can lift up whole trees and just. It's funny. For some like specific purposes, like when you're recording a video and you just need to move something real quick rather than picking up a tractor and doing it. Sometimes it's nice to be able to just do move it yourself. While not really necessarily realistic, it does make your life easier sometimes. So, which is nice. I like this seeder though. It's not my favorite. I think the Vader stats are still my favorite out of all the seeders. I don't know why, but I just think they look really neat. Maybe it's the orange and the colors. I don't know. Red's not my favorite color, but it looks good on some things. Out of all the colors, I would say green's still my favorite. Partially, which is the reason why I like John Deere and Klaas and Krone and Fendt. That's a part of it. But basically anything that's green. Doesn't have to be John Deere specifically. But that's why I always tend to gravitate towards green items. But everyone's different, right? So like my father-in-law, for example, he doesn't think red looks right in the field. I don't know why, but that's what he says. And that's why he likes John Deere too. Alright. Right at the end there. Lift it up. Have these little bushes we're just driving through. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Everyone's a little different when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, some people have a particular preference for certain things. Like, I don't know. In the end, like I've said many times before, it always comes down to where do you get customer service? What do you have available to you? You know, and how good is it? You know, how good is the product itself? So, like, if you have a case dealer that's like 20 miles away and a John Deere dealer 10 miles away, you might go to the case dealer if they give you better customer service. Or you might go to the John Deere dealer, you get better customer service. Because in the end, like, you want to have a good experience all around. You want the equipment to be reliable, whatever the brand. You want good customer service when you go to the location itself and talk to the people. So, anyways, one second. Let me take a quick sip of water here. There we go. It's different. Everywhere's a little different. I know one lonely farmer was not concerned. I guess he was concerned. He was concerned about the parts and how reliable it was to get the parts for Krone parts, which is why he was very reluctant to get a Krone baler. But eventually, the dealer kind of told him, no, it's not a problem anymore. So you can get Krone parts. I think that's one of the reasons why at one point he was considering getting a Big M because it was about availability. So it wasn't necessarily that he couldn't get the product itself. Like the Big M he could have gotten, but it was more about, can I get customer service and the parts to replace it, which is a big issue too. Because you know something's going to break no matter what the type of farm is. It will break eventually in some way, shape, or form. So, but alright, nice. I bet you that how far is that guy? He's done what, 3 or 4 passes already? I love how you can just open up the mini map like that and just check real quick what's going on. I think it's fantastic. The BGA is way over there. Goodness gracious. So maybe if we do go the BGA route, which I mentioned in the last episode, we'll have to buy a field, I think, close to that. Field 25 would be perfect, really. That's probably why it's there in the first place. Alright. Let's back up here a little bit, because I'm pretty sure there's a tree there. Indeed there is. So yeah, well, if we go the BGA route, we'll have to definitely pick up field 25, which means we'll have to make a little bit of money first. And with the BGA extension, we'll have to we will have to definitely make quite a bit of money before we can even fire that thing up. Because with the BGA extension, to get a 100% BGA, just like right off the bat, is like $240,000. You can degrease it, but where's the fun in that? But I don't know. Everyone's a little different. I prefer having like a 100% or bigger BGA, not necessarily a smaller one. There's so many ways you can make money in this game. You could do chipping if you like doing the pop. I've never really done the poplars. I don't know. It didn't tickle my fancy. Some people probably have done a lot of that, but I'm kind of like, eh. Interesting little fact. I don't know why this came to my head, but ridge markers. I'm not using them at all because I'm using GPS. But adding ridge markers to like a cedar is actually way more expensive than you think it is. Sometimes I think it's like depending on the cedar, it could be like upwards of $1,000+. It's crazy. But you could spend the same money on a GPS and save yourself the money. So it's bizarre how like some things, like that's the way some things work. I don't know. I don't know how much the actual cost is, but I know it's fairly expensive. There we go. Now you can have Courseplay do this as well, of course, or you can hire a worker. Probably a hired worker would be fine probably on this field. It's a big square field. There are a couple odd-shaped fields, like 24, for example. 27's kind of odd-shaped. 20 is the most odd-shaped of all of them. It's an interesting field, too. Just in terms of the size and whatnot, so. Alright, I think the sprayer is getting close to being done. Yeah, it's got maybe one or two passes left. But this is where having the bigger seat would be nice, because this isn't too bad, actually. This is probably... What is this, 9 meters? 9 meters? This is a 1 meter faster than the cultivator. And the cultivator, I had it set up so it was running, and it took longer than I thought. With an 8 meter cultivator, I think it took an hour real time to cultivate this whole field, just this field. Which is crazy when you think about it. But that's how much time it said. So the reason why I said it, I know it was like actually 52 minutes exactly. And let me show you how I know it was that much time. So of Courseplay, go into this field 1. You want to go to 8.9 meters. And starting point, which point are we starting? The southeast. Heading north. Or southeast, Iain. Heading north. Turn to the first point. Yes. So. Oh, that's pretty close, actually. If I start the course right now, it'll give me an estimate of how long it'll take. So right now it says 24 minutes. No, I don't want them automatic. No, stop your ridge markers. You don't need those. I'm gonna have a little line here now. Look at this. But that's how long. That's why I know it was like 52 minutes specifically. Let's get rid of the lines here. We don't need them. And stop using the ridge markers. I don't know why it doesn't want to let me manually undo them, but in reality, you don't need to. So now, that's why I know how long it was going to take. That's actually not that long. That's how I set up a seeded seed, basically. So let's go check on the other tractor, actually, real quick. He's on the last pass anyways. We'll just stick around with him for the time being. So see, that says the duration of time. What is this? Field 32? F32 for 24 meters. There we go. And then we can come around. Technically, we can just come around straight up seed this right after. That should bring up to fertilization level 2 anyways. We don't even technically need to... Oh, you're missing a little tiny bit there, buddy. We don't even need to cultivate, really. Not with the current seeder, at least. There is a mod called Proceeds mod, and I need to download and check it out, because a couple people have asked me to do a tutorial on it, and I just haven't messed around with that mod at all. But apparently what it's supposed to be able to do with a sprayer, I don't know about, can't do it with a spreader, but with a sprayer it can shut off, what would it be, variable nozzle management, I guess would be the way you describe it as. So basically, right here, like if I'm spraying this, it would spray this, but the nozzles would turn off on that side. That's what it's supposed to be able to do. Because in real life, this is such a waste, because I'm fertilizing all this over here that I've already fertilized. So, it's kind of bizarre. Actually, some of the mods that they've come out with, like that's an interesting mod. That's kind of a, I wouldn't call it game-changing, but it's definitely different than what we've seen in the past. Because in the past, we've never seen something that does that specifically. So, I think it's kind of a cool little mod, but I didn't think it was cool enough to take a look at it before, apparently. So, c'est la vie. And there's, what's the other mod that I'm thinking? There's one other mod that came out that was kind of interesting, but kind of like, I think it was the manure handling mod or something like that. It was all slurry related stuff, so anyhow. Alright, I think this is a good time to end the episode, finishing off all this field work. My name is Iain Robson, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, would you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Small Town USA. Catch you guys later.